So as you can see by the text on the top of my screen, I am in the 1.19.0.20 Bedrock Edition beta, and we have some really exciting new features in here, such as these mangrove roots and this packed mud. But the feature I'm most interested in is the Warden, which has actually been in the betas for a few weeks now, but it's only now when my interest has really been captured because we've got ever more features than we did before. What I've done is I have made probably the most useless farm in history, which is the Warden farm. It's been hinted at by the devs that the Warden will not drop anything. However, that being said, they do indeed drop XP, so you could consider this farm here to be an XP farm if you want to. I haven't tested very extensively, but it seems to give around 6 levels every 15 minutes, which is abysmal, let's be honest. Right, so on the surface, this farm has a bunch of really interesting mechanisms which you might not really associate with any other type of farm. Most notably, of course, the Skulk Shrieker in the middle. When this gets activated by, in this case, redstone, just down here, there's a torch on top of this block. Then yeah, it'll activate, and when Skulk Shriekers get activated, they will spawn the Warden anywhere within an 11 by 11 area. So that's why this platform is so big. Just like regular mob farms, we try to get the best density possible. I've got a decently big area here for the Warden to spawn. And then what we're doing is I put this villager here who you might notice is jumping up and down. And this is actually something really interesting which I don't see being used at all. This really simple system here with water pushing on top of, well, this could be anything really, a wall or a fence, for example. Um, yeah, that will cause whatever entity you put here to repeatedly jump. Yes, if I just pillar up like that and then put the armor stand there, you'll be able to see the armor stand is also jumping up and down. This villager is going to provide vibrations that's going to convince the warden to come over in this direction where there is, of course, a drop chute. Now, why is this drop chute so big? Well, the Skulk Shrieker will only spawn a warden if there isn't another warden already within a 48 block range. So what I've done is I've made a drop chute that is exactly 52 blocks down. And why 52 as opposed to 48, you might ask? Well, the warden is about 3 blocks tall. Its head is actually going to contribute to that radius. So we need to increase that to 51. And then, because I've got a trident killer right the way down at the bottom, the warden has a chance of jumping on top of the piston arms, which will be an extra 1 block. So in total, that is 52 blocks. And yeah, this is exactly enough for the warden to fall all the way down, and then the Skulk Shrieker to immediately activate the minute the warden lands on the packed mud down here. Same thing then happens again, where the warden spawns, the villager attracts the warden over on top of these trapdoors, the warden falls down all the way down here, and eventually gets killed by this trident killer. This trident killer takes an extremely long time to kill the warden, as you might be able to guess, given that the warden has 250 health points. Sorry, hearts, 500 health points. So yeah, this trident killer does take a really, really long time, and you do end up with, when this farm is running, for lots and lots of wardens to just be in this trident killer at the same time, which seems like it will reduce the efficiency, but because it's out of range of the Skulk Shrieker, it's not actually going to inhibit the farm and the rates whatsoever. I can stop waffling and give you a little bit of a demonstration. Before I do, I'm just going to warn you that you do get the darkness effect quite a lot when you're running this farm, so it's going to be very difficult for me to demonstrate what's going on, but I really hope I can anyway. So as soon as you toggle the farm, then this redstone clock activates, which repeatedly activates this Skulk Shrieker right here. And then eventually, yep, you can see that Skulk Shrieker will activate, and then we should get a warden. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the warden to activate the first time. Alright, so here we go. You can see the warden is rising up out of the ground, and yep, so the villager is causing vibrations, which causes the warden to wander all the way over here, drop down the drop chute, and then the skulk trigger activates and the whole cycle happens again. And you can see if we make our way down here, then yeah, the wardens are just being blended up in this trident killer, and if you stand right here by the slab here, then you will collect the XP orbs. So when you want to actually turn this farm off, as you might be able to guess, you just come back down here again and flick the lever, and what that does is it stops this redstone clock here by activating this repeater, which powers this dust, which extends this piston and stops it from going up and down, which then stops the skulk shrieker from activating, which in turn stops the warden from spawning. When you actually turn the farm off, the trident killer will also stop working. And when I did this to start with, I was really cautious because I was like, well, aren't the wardens just going to stay here until I turn the farm on again? But no, because they despawn after 60 seconds. So I'm just going to see that through now. Any minute now, yeah, we should see that the wardens are indeed digging into the ground. And yeah, maybe we'll get to see that one do its thing as well. Yep, so there we go. You can see after 60 seconds, the warden buries into the ground and promptly despawns. You can see there's nothing under here. It's just an animation. So yeah, you don't get a surplus of wardens just stacked up down here, because they do end up disappearing. So actually, this whole farm is really cleanly done. You know, like everything just synergizes really nicely. It's just a shame that the warden is so pointless to kill. Anyway, ladies and gents, I will wrap it up now because, as you can probably hear, my voice is a little bit screwed up and I don't want to be recording for that much longer. But I hope you found this interesting anyway. I hope you find this inspirational. I strongly advise you go and make a warden farm for yourself because they are actually, you know, they're really interesting. They can teach you a lot about the new warden mechanics. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully when my throat isn't killing me and I can actually breathe through my nose again. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.